Ooh, continuation. Oh, jeez. This is bad news for our heroine. This is not good indeed. Very not good. Creepy dark hallway, not good. That, not good. Ah, dang it. She was still talking. Note. Read. Heavenly Post. Yeah, I'm gonna read flavor text. Third student reported missing. One by one, the young students of Heavenly Host school seem to be disappearing, as now a third student has joined the ranks of the missing. Classmates testify that the fifth grader was on her way home from school, but got separated from her friends in the hall and hasn't been seen since. Police are investigating the possibility of a serial kidnapping and now have assigned countless investigators to the case in hopes of a speedy resolution. However, 10 days have already passed since the first disappearance, giving parents and classmates ample cause for concern. Ooh, there's a kidnapping. More note. You can wait, Psycho. There's some sort of official-looking printout pinned to the wall. Damn. Pretty lax. Wait, is that a clock? I can hear a clock, but I can't recall ever seeing a clock in this entire game. Almost like an elementary school.
取り壊された廃校じゃない。なんなの。
Calm yourself.
私たちどこにいるの。
Come on, it just started. Can't be freaking out already.
みんなは、先生はどこに行ったの。落ち着いて、聖子。ごめん。聖子も私も手を握り合ったまま声も出せなかった。歯がカチカチと音を立てるほど全身が震える経験なんて生まれて初めてだったから。
Gee, it's so hard to figure out when, you know, when the text is finished crawling, but the voices haven't stopped, you know? And then they pause because that's how their language works or something. It's very confusing. It's very difficult for me not to press the button.
頭の中がふわふわして、今自分たちの置かれている状況を整理して考えることができない。悪い夢かと期待してもちっとも目の前の景色は消えてくれない。
Then again, when the voice finishes before the text, it's very simple to figure out when to press the button. For that I am thankful.
ただ静寂が苦しい。ダメだわ。ダメ。黙ってると。ねえ、何が何だかわからないけど、とにかく学校の外に出てみない？外に？このままずっと震えていても何も解決しないと思うの。でも窓も開かないんだよ。硬いとかじゃなくて、ガチって空間に固定されてる感じ。外になんて出られるのかな。ええ、だけど玄関とか非常口とかあれば、そこから外に出られるかもしれないじゃない。そうだね。じっとしてたらおかしくなっちゃいそうだし。よし、とにかくこの部屋を出ましょう。私たちだけじゃなく、ひょっとしたらみんなもいるかもしれないし。みんなと一緒ならなんとかなるかもしんないね。ええ。確証も何もない話。私もパニクってただけかもしれない。でもじっとしてると私も悲鳴を上げそうで、必死に強がってみせた。
Well, yes, there is a character introduction, and we get a very beta-looking character to play around with for a little while. I say that because the eyeball obviously has an arrow to point which direction it's facing, which is very interesting to me. I feel like this was like a test or a placeholder for the stuff going on. It's very interesting to me. Anyway, character introductions. I don't think you can actually interact with anything else but the characters. Oh! Huh. A lone frog soaking in formalin sits up. I don't know if that's right, actually. Shouldn't be formula? Whatever. Sits on top of the shelf, eagerly awaiting dissection. Creepy. Does this one have anything in it? Same thing. Strange. I didn't know you could actually look at those. Anyway. Satoshi Mochida. 17-year-old student, Kisaragi Academy Senior High Class 2-9. Fairly average, popular. Known for being both kind and cowardly in equal measure. Despite his timidness, he's very personable and open, which complements his general sensitivity towards others to make him a natural leader. The one person ever to challenge that leadership is Naomi, who is consequently the only person whom Satoshi regularly defers judgment. Naomi Nakashima, a 16-year-old student in Kisaragi High Class 29 and a classmate of Satoshi since junior high. Frequently greets Satoshi with, "Oh, not you again." She's one of those girls. Having lost her father a few years back, Naomi and her mother now depend on one another for moral support. Still, she remains optimistic and cheerful. Her home life has given her an interest in nursing, which she's intent on pursuing. She spends her time studying, aiming for acceptance to medical school. I'm a bad reader, just so you know. A 16-year-old student, Kisaragi High Class 29. Saiko Shinohara, 16-year-old student. Lives very close to Naomi and generally accompanies her to and from school each day. A free spirit, she often says or does things that take others by surprise, though she's also easily forgiven due to her good nature and amiability. Like I said, bad reader. Her mother disappeared 3 years ago, leaving her with 3 younger siblings and a working father. As such, she basically serves as head of the household. Saiko seems to regard Naomi as a kindred spirit, and the two of them frequently have long conversations about their many dreams for the future. Yuka Mochida, Satoshi's 14-year-old sister. Look at her, she looks like she's fucking 5. Oh, it's weird to me. Though she's an 8th grader at Kisaragi Academy Junior High School, she looks and acts much, much younger. In the Mochida household, Yuka's always been the princess, generally getting her way and thus never really shedding her childlike behavior. Despite this, she yearns to grow up, often attempting to act older or braver than she is, which sometimes gets her into trouble. Go. Sakutaru Morishige, sorry. I don't usually call the characters I usually just call them Morishige, so. 16-year-old student in Kisaragi High Class 29. He's been in theater club with Mayu since middle school, and developed a real closeness with her. He finds socializing with anyone else to be more trouble than it's worth, however, so he typically regards his other classmates with indifference. Takes great pride in his family heritage, and reacts violently if anyone makes fun of his name. The only exception is the nickname Mayu gave him, Shig. Down to Miss Yui Shishiro, 23-year-old 11th grade. Sorry, I thought that said Lilth for a second. 23-year-old 11th grade English teacher at Kisaragi High. She started this semester after passing her teaching exam and is eager to make an impression. Although not a perfect instructor by any means, her unjaded zeal and enthusiasm are infectious, and her students seem generally responsive to her methods. Also serves as teacher's assistant during the homeroom for Class 29 and really seems to have connected with the students there. Basically the best teacher ever. Yoshiki Kishinuma, a 17-year-old student in Kisaragi High Class 29, often regarded as sarcastic and cynical, but as far as he's concerned, he's just being honest. Although generally not one to participate in events, his fondness for Satoshi and Ayumi means he'll make an exception now and again if either is involved. With intense drama at home, Yoshiki currently works part-time after school and to afford rent on a small apartment where he lives alone. Ayumi Shinozaki, the 17-year-old appointed representative of Kisaragi High Class 29, often subjects her classmates to ghost stories and revels in hearing them scream. It's generally believed that she carries candles and other horror goods with her at all times, just in case an opportunity presents itself to use them. In truth, however, Ayumi wears this reputation as a mask to hide her own fear of the unknown, which reveals even Satoshi's in its intensity. When faced with a truly scary situation, her knees give out and panic sets in. Only her personal pride can break her out of this fear-induced state. Mayu Suzumoto, a 16-year-old student in Kisaragi High Class 29, somehow looks much tinier than she actually is, but possesses a big heart and a bright personality. Accepts anyone and everyone with open arms, never playing favorites, which has earned her a nearly universal regard amongst her fellow students. Unfortunately, due to familiar circumstances, this was Mayu's last day at Kisaragi High, and what a day that is, seriously, poor thing. She'll be moving shortly and transferring to a new high school. Or a new school. That's it. That's all the characters. And character introductions and return to game? Why not? There's nothing left to do. And this is where the gameplay starts. We have now the ability to do what we wish. Oh.
緊張して忘れてたけど、さっき転んだ時捻挫したみたい。大丈夫？なんとか歩けるよ、平気。無理しないでね。肩貸してあげる。ほら。ありがとう。
I don't think I've seen that before. Strange. The shelves are filled to overflowing with long black hairs. Really? Yep. Ah, face! So I guess I should mention that, yes, I have played this game several times, so I won't be having, like, freaked out moments or anything, or at least I probably won't, but I'll mostly be taking a comedic approach to how this game works, because I've emotioned all over this game so many times now. Oh geez. But we haven't even started yet. I meant to read the note. Ah, dang it, did it again. It's very bright in here now. We have a gap that we cannot cross. The gap is relatively narrow here. It seems crossable, but it's a little too wide to risk jumping. Indeed. Who wish to read this note? Heavenly Host Elementary. Notice to all faculty and students. Due to the recent kidnappings, caution is highly recommended during all daily activities. In each instance, the victim was taken quickly and unexpectedly, so please remain alert and aware that at all times. Principal Takamine Yonagihori. Japanese is not my native language, or a language I speak at all. There's a yellow fluid congealing inside the rusted bucket. Lol. There appears to be two ways to go. I'll tell you guys right now, if I wanted to, I could probably finish this level, or this chapter, I guess. We got the loose board. I could finish this chapter in probably, like, less than, like, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure I've been able to get this down in, like, 10 minutes, this first chapter, because it's a relatively short chapter, considering, it's mostly talking. So, although I am out of practice, I can't exactly say for sure that I know how to do this perfectly, so, or that I could do it. Strange indeed. The stairs beyond this point are piled with rubble. There's no rubble, it looks like a bunch of chairs to me. Whatever. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not entirely sure how to do this one, like, the straight way.
どうしたのナオミ。骨じゃない。人の。
Careful there, you almost fell into a pit.
なんで人が死んでんの。待って、確かめてみるわ。本当に人の骨かどうか。
They are most assuredly real.
やっぱり骨だよ。人の。聖子。
君たち。
Oh no.
君たちは新しい犠牲者か。
人玉。
君たちと同じように無理やりここに監禁されたものだ。
Confined?
外には出られないってこと？
Pretty sure you explore both options regardless of which one you choose.
そうさ。この学校は君たちのいた世界とは切り離されて存在している。
どうしてそんなところに私たち。
彼らが何人も何人もこの空間へ送り込んでいるらしい。何の罪もない生きた人間を次々とね。ここは恐ろしい力を持つ怨霊が作り出した呪われた異次元空間。
Dang it! Those pauses!
多重閉鎖空間さ。君たちも我々も運悪く手にかかった誘拐の被害者というわけだ。
多重閉鎖空間？
そうだ。君たち二人の他にもここに連れてこられた者が何人かいるみたいだね。
まさか本当にみんなもここに？無事なのかしら。心配。みんなもこの学校のどこかにいるの？
何人かは私にはわからないが、君たちと同時に連れてこられた人間が数名この学校に確かにいる。
やった、ナオミ、みんなも一緒だよ。
That's good news?
持田君もきっといるよ。よかったね、
だが会えない。この学校内に確かにいるが、存在している次元が違う。再び仲間と会いたければ同じ次元に存在する方法を見つけなければならない。そうすれば脱出はできなくともせめて一緒に死ぬことくらいはできるかもしれないな。
ナオミ。そんな、どうやったら帰れるの？怨霊って何者なの？どうしてこんなことを？
わからない。彼らの目的もここから抜け出す方法も。だが頑張れるかもな。君たちは一緒の次元に存在できただけまだ幸運だ。頭が2つあれば発想も広がる。なんとか脱出方法を見つけ出すんだ。
Just saying, what he said there, two heads being better than one, That's pretty true for this whole game, because if you ever find yourself with a single player, you are probably screwed.
私たちのようにならないでくれ。
ナオミ、逃げよう。早く、リア。
Run away! Run away from the girl in red!
大丈夫、聖子。
Calm down, you didn't run that far.
それより、さっきの子供、幽霊。ぼんやり光ってたよね。幽霊とかなんとか信じられないんだけど、本当に現実なの？これ。でも人玉とかいたし、あんなの初めて見た。聖子も見たんだよね？うん、話もした。わけわからない。けど、ただ校舎を出れば家に帰れるなんて簡単な状況じゃないのは確かなのかも。大丈夫だよ。明るく行こうよ。ね、ね。
Or something. Alright, well, that looks good for now. I'll continue this in a little bit, but right now, there's editing to be done. So, I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye.